Good evening, everyone. I am Arindam Goswami, and my teammates are Ayush Jha, Aniket Singh, and Aviruppal. So, today's topic for our presentation is conflict resolution strategies. Next. So, the agenda of today's discussion are what are the fundamentals of a conflict, what are the resolution of managing a conflict, what are the factors that affect a conflict or encourage a conflict, what should be our unhealthy and healthy responses to it, what are the four key principles behind it, and the managing tips. Next. So, what is the fundamental of a conflict resolution? Generally, a conflict arises from differences. It occurs whenever people disagree over their values, motivation, perception, ideas, or desires. Sometimes these differences look trivial, but when a conflict triggers strong feelings, a deep personal and relational need is at the core of the problem. A need to feel safe and secure, a need to feel respected and valued, or a need to feel greater closeness and intimacy. Next. So, how should we be managing and resolving a conflict in a positive way? So, generally, a conflict is a normal and even healthy part of a relationship. After all, two people can't be expected to agree on everything at all times. Since relationship conflicts are inevitable, learning to deal with them in a healthy way is crucial. When a conflict is mismanaged, it can harm the relationship. But when handled in a respectful and a positive way, conflict provides an opportunity for growth, ultimately strengthening the bonds between the two people. By learning the skills you need for successful conflict resolution, you can keep your personal and professional relationship strong and growing. Now, the further slides will be discussed by my friend Ayush. Thank you.
Thank you, Arindam Goswami. Next slide. Now we discuss about successful conflict resolution depends on what? Firstly, manage stress while remaining alert and calm. By staying calm, you can accurately read, interpret verbal and non-verbal communication. Control your emotions and behavior. When you're in control of your emotions, you can communicate your needs without threatening, frightening, or punishing others. Pay attention to the feelings being expressed as well as the spoken words of others. Be aware and respectful of differences. By avoiding disrespectful words and action, you can resolve a conflict much faster. Next slide. Now we will discuss about some unhealthy responses to conflict are categorized by an inability to recognize and respond to matters of great importance to the other person, explosive, angry, hurtful, and resentful reactions, the withdrawal of love resulting in rejection, isolation, shaming, and fear of abandonment, the expectation of bad outcomes, the fear and avoidance of conflict. These are the few unhealthy responses. That's all from my side. And now the further slides will be discussed by my friend Aniket Singh.
Thank you, Ayush. Now we will discuss about the healthy responses to conflict are characterized by the capacity to recognize and respond to important matters. Second point is that we have to always be ready to forgive and forget, and we have also the ability to seek compromises and avoid punishing the other one, and a belief that resolution can support the interest and needs of both the parties. Now we'll discuss about the four key conflict resolution skills. The first one is that we have to quickly relieve stress. The second one is recognize and manage your emotions. Means you have to manage your control on the emotions. The third point is that you have to improve your non-verbal communication skill, like your body language. And the last one and the least is that use humor and play to deal with the challenges. Now further slides will be discussed by my friend Mr. Avirup Paul. Thank you.
So thank you, Mr. Aniket Singh, for your enlightenment. I am Avirupal and I am here to say some tips on managing and resolving conflict. Firstly, make the relationship your priority. Choose your relationship carefully. Never make any toxic relationship, be it in your workplace or in your personal life. Focus on the present. Never dwell on the past happenings, and never think about your future. Only dwell in the present and think what you are going, and plan out each and everything carefully. Now, and pick your own battles. You shouldn't go in a losing battle, because conflicts can be draining and you don't want to surrender, and it can even dampen your ego. Before going into a conversation, firstly pick your battles and then go into conflicts, because you can't afford yourself losing emotionally and physically. Be willing to forgive. A gentleman is that who always forgives. That means always be forgive, but never forget. Because yeah, everybody shouldn't be forgiven. Everybody shouldn't be for everybody should be forgiven, and they should must be given a second chance. But you shouldn't forget their crimes or the conflicts against you, because it will help you to grow. Know when to let something go. Don't, as I said earlier, don't dwell on past happenings and focus on the present and chalk out your plans. Likewise, next slide, please. Conflict resolution is one of the 5 keys of emotional intelligence. Now, I would like to talk about the 5 skills that are a good sign of emotional intelligence. Quick stress relief, emotional awareness. Join some campaigns or some community centers. Non-verbal communication. That means you can. There are many other types of communication other than verbal conflicts. Playful communication and conflict resolution. These are the 5 skills that are required for emotional intelligence. The ability to resolve conflict positively and with confidence is the 5th, and the 5 essential emotional intelligence skills. Together these 5 skills, you can win on any interpersonal conflicts. Thank you. Next slide, please. Thank you.
Thank you
That's
guys
all
for
from
your
us.
Thank you guys for all
Thank
your
you
Thank you
everyone for
guys
your
for
love
love
and
and
like,
support.
share,
support.
and subscribe.
Please
Like, share, and
like and
subscribe.
subscribe.